And so, with that said, let's get into the next thing, which is, I guess you can call it movie news. And it's talking, I'm going to get into the comments that Leslie Jones put out as regarding to the newest Ghostbuster, or the announcement to the newest Ghostbuster movie that will continue the story. So, as of recently, it was announced that they are developing a script, and working on a third movie into the Ghostbuster franchise. And so Leslie Jones, the star of the 2016 reboot of the Ghostbusters, all women, she came out on Twitter, and I don't have the exact quotes in front of me, but just to sum it all up, is that she felt like it was, in her own words, a dick move for them to do that, to basically kind of disregard what they did, making it seem like what they did was nothing, and just do away with it and just continue on with what they were doing. And she felt insulted and everything else about it. And you know what? I feel a certain way about it. I guess you can look at it from two angles. You can look at it as like, you can feel her frustration. Like, this is a role that she probably put a lot into it. She worked hard into it because of just the whole all female things, and the way females are being looked at as far as entertainment, and like, Hollywood and everything else. And for them to do a movie like that with all female leads and stuff, and it was a big thing for her, more than likely, and a big thing for a lot of girls who would go there watching it, like little girls or whatever, and just kind of look up to it, like, oh, I could do this, blah blah. And a lot of the female cast put a lot into the roles or whatnot. And for me, the movie was good. For me, I didn't hate it like everyone else. I thought it was good. I found a lot of enjoyment out of it. I felt that they did a lot of things better in that movie than they did in the original Ghostbusters movie. And so, when it comes down to it, you gotta look on the other side. As a movie, a movie is made to make money. And when the movie doesn't make money, there's nothing more we can do with that, movie. As a movie studio, if your movie loses you money, there's no continuing from that. There is no continuing from that. There is no sequel. There is no spin-off from that. The movie lost the studio money. The movie lost Sony money. And it's kind of is on their part, but not on their part. It's a lot of things that movie could have been done differently as a movie, and just a lot of things as far as the marketing. Like, the marketing could have been way better. I felt like this movie, and the way it was presented, it should have been a spin-off, a continuation of the original franchise. And that probably would have been more profitable, because you would have had the best of both worlds. You would have had a new cast, plus you would have had that nostalgia with bringing the old, actors on to the movie, and not have just throwaway cameos of other characters and stuff in the movie. And plus, it would have been good when them handing off the torch or whatnot. That would have been better. But then a lot of it is kind of like out of their control, with, you got people just downing it, and, just hating it before they even saw the movie, just because it was female. Now, it was a lot of backlash that they got off of the movie, even before the movie dropped, which wasn't, warranted at all. Wasn't at all warranted. But when you look at her comments, I understand her frustration, but she should have took some time to think about it before going down on social media and voicing her frustration, because it's like, you're mad at a studio who, this is their property. This isn't your property. This isn't your baby. You didn't come up with Ghostbusters or anything, so they can do anything they want with it. If they want to do an all Asian or all African American, Ghostbusters, if they want to just say, oh yeah, nah, we don't know about the 2016 one, like, that doesn't exist. What? Who's starting that? They could do whatever they want with that. It's their movie. It's their movie. You worked hard on it, but it's their movie, so they can do whatever they want to. They can continue it, or they can just retcon it. Like, that didn't happen, so we're gonna continue with the original, and that's what they're doing. But it's nothing to, cast out against them. It's basically it's doing what makes money, nostalgia. A lot of people are more familiar with the older IP. Oh, well, I mean IP period, but the older characters and stories and stuff. They, are more, familiar with that. So to bring that back to now, and seeing where the characters are at now, and then maybe bring some new faces on. I mean, I don't see any problem with it. And she's getting mad at the point that they're doing away with what they did in 2016 and what they did didn't matter and blah, blah, blah. Ain't that what y'all movie did? I mean, think about it. It's not a sequel. Y'all movie was not a sequel. Y'all movie was a reboot. So literally, you're doing away with what the other two movies did and you're creating a new. Literally, that's exactly what you're doing. So you're mad because they're doing exactly what you guys are doing. You didn't stand up saying like, nah, I'm not going to do this because it's erasing the old Ghostbusters. No, you didn't do that before signing on to do that movie. Now you want to get mad? Like, it really seems, no, you gotta think reasonable with that. Like, the best thing I think that she should have done was, basically just congratulate him. Just be like, yo, I hear that they're doing the new Ghostbusters movie. Just good. Like, I hope y'all make it good, whatever. Give good vibes, send good vibes toward that way. Because now you're looking bitter. Now you're looking like a person that is going to voice don't get me wrong. Voicing your frustrations and everything else, that is the thing that a lot of people should do. But there are times where you can do it, and then times where you should just kind of like, either not say nothing or just think about what you're saying. Because you're in an industry where, and she brung the whole sexism about the females and feminine, which I'm going to touch on a little bit. She's bringing up that, women having a hard time, as far as Hollywood and everything else, which as of recently, that hasn't been a problem. I mean, come on, Wonder Woman, but you're making yourself look unappealing to movie studios that see that if things don't go out in your favor, you're going to jump on social media and just bash whatever. You're going to bash this, bash that. You're making yourself look unappealing. And in an industry where it is hard for females to get leading roles and, to break out and everything else, and, it's not as hard as it used to be, but it is getting a little bit easier because a lot of people just want change or whatnot, but you're making yourself, you as an actress that is trying to, break barriers and do something that, be a part of, women getting more roles, getting better roles, getting, more freedom to do whatever. You making that look bad, and like I said, a lot of times you don't need to, you stand up for what you believe. But at the same time, you got to think about what you say. Because what you say, it may not be the right, thing to say at that right time, So I feel where she's coming from. I feel her frustration. But if you sit back and think about it, it's like, no, you may have needed to take a different course of just what you needed to say and how you needed to say it. And even she went back online and and basically just said that, yeah, she could have worded it differently. And it's like, that's cool. Yeah, but you didn't. You said it, and then it was like she apologized for just how she said it. But I mean, yeah, she still believes in it, and that's cool. But it's not all about sexism. It's not all about just because there were females and this and that. It's like, it's all about money at the end of the day. You are in this industry to make money. You tell jokes. You're in movies and shows to make money. The people that work at these studios, Sony, is in there to make money. If your movie didn't make them money and lost them money, they're not about to do anything with you guys. They're not about to continue it. No matter how much the studio heads and exec might love that movie and don't understand why it, did as bad as it did, they can't do anything with it, because if they make a sequel, who's to say that it won't do worse than that? There's certain things you gotta think about, especially being a public figure and a person that a lot of young girls look up to. It's just, you're gonna make it. Keep doing stuff like this, jumping on social media and voicing your opinion in this type of form. A lot of times, like I said, it's good, and a lot of times it's not. This was one of those times where you should have just basically just thought about what you was going to say and worded it in this type of way to where you're not sounding bitter. Because at this point, you having like studio execs look at it like, I don't know if I want to work with this person because this and that. I don't know, but that's just my opinion on it. I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. I feel like, yeah, she should have done it differently.